Station. WTIM.
It's the WTIM Morning Show. I'm Avery Cooper, your host. Your stream brought to you by Landmark of Taylorville. You'll always do better with Landmark, and People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first. Greater Taylorville Chamber Commerce in studio right now. I have Executive Director Linda Allen. Welcome back, Linda.
Well, hello. Thank you for having me again.
First off,
What?
congratulations. 15 years you've been at the Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce.
15 years.
What an accomplishment. Wow. Reflect on that for a moment. What does it mean to you to have been working for the Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce for 15 years?
What does it mean? I can't believe it's been 15 years. That's a shocker to me. I don't know. It's really hard.
I haven't thought about it much.
Yeah, I don't have time to think about things. I just
hear
roll
you.
with it. But I am happy to be there. I still love what I do. 15 years. Wow.
Yeah, you are part of a very long history of the Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce, too. They're also coming up on an anniversary.
They really are. I realized that yesterday, too. So, ironically enough, today happens to be my anniversary, and tomorrow happens to be theirs. Their birthday. They'll be the Chamber of Commerce first meeting was held April 7th in 1907, I think it was, or 6th. It's crazy. 117.
Let's do the math.
116 years. Yeah, I had to pull the calculator on that one. It was like, wow. So it's a long-standing organization. Chambers of Commerce have been around for a long, long time, and it's a thriving place to be. It's the place people go when they want information. You know, the first thing they know. It's kind of a trained skill. You call the chamber if you have a question about anything, or if you want to join, or if you want to talk business, if you want to network. There's lots of things that chambers do. So happy birthday, chamber.
Happy birthday to the chamber. Happy anniversary working at the chamber to you, Linda. Speaking of the chamber and how everything's been going, well, how has everything been going for you over the last little while since I talked to you last?
Back to business as usual. That, there are bumps in the road and you just keep going, and there's always tomorrow.
All right. And one of those things that are not tomorrow, but one of the tomorrows in the next month or so is tax day.
Boy, it's coming up, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And you've been talking with a Social Security expert who comes onto the show quite a bit, but he was talking about the importance of keeping track of your records.
It's very important.
What did he tell you?
The importance that you find out. Okay, so back in the day, and probably before you were thought, we've just talked about this. Every year you would get in the mail from Social Security your benefit statement. And I don't know if they stopped doing that. I don't really know. But now it's being more pushed to be an online service. So you can go create your own account and you can keep track of your Social Security and make sure that your credits are there. So when you do retire, it's there. It's very important. It's really easy too. But that right there proved to me that radio works. Right. Because when talking to Jack, I said, Jack, are you the Jack that's on the radio station program all the time? And he goes, I am. I said, nice to meet you. So very, 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 very helpful. And always make sure that you have your W-2s. You always want to make sure that you keep those records. I mean, it's advocate for yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you never know when something might happen to you. And he told you something about if you ever needed disability, and you're going to need those W-2s, right?
You do. You have to have those. It's a paper record. Make sure you keep it. I don't know, screenshot it, put it in a file somewhere. Make sure that you have a double record, because if something happened to you, and say you were comatose somewhere, and they had to hurry up and get you applied for disability or whatever, you're going to have those W-2s to get them to help you, because they can help you.
This is a little bit of an on-the-spot question, so I apologize ahead of time, but is there a tax service in town that works with the Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce?
Yeah, we have our Iris Noblet is our tax accountant person. LMHN. There's plenty of tax accountants. I know that they need more. They need help. Somebody coming out of school, go be an accountant.
If anybody's going to graduate from accounting school this spring, give them a call. But there are plenty of options here in Taylorville to help you get your taxes done and help you walk through all of this. All these steps.
There's so many steps, and you need a professional to help, because this language is language that the layperson doesn't know. I mean, I know, but I know now, but you really, really want the professional to help you.
Right. Would you have known 15 years ago?
No.
Probably not. Right.
Well, did we? No. We had the internet 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, what am I saying?
But either way, I get really, it's really important for businesses to also reach out, because there's a little bit more to that as well. So what was that business name again that you had just mentioned that helps you with taxes?
Oh, LMHN.
Thank you. So reach out to them.
That's a perk. That was a little perk.
All right. Well, You also have
We got a lot of business here. A lot of stuff.
there's a lot of paper
never
spread out in
stops.
front of you right
And
now.
I do have the big paper too. So
the big
we
paper.
talked
What's on the
about
big
that.
paper?
Big paper is a little thing that we put together on what the Chamber of Commerce does. You know, everyone seems to, we're like this entity that nobody seems to know.
Yeah, I know that you are here for people coming into the area to point them around and say, hey, go here if you need this. There's some restaurants and stuff, but that's just kind of a surface level thing. What else does the Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce do?
We do all kinds of things. So when you do come to town, if you need, if your mom is coming to town, you need a hotel for her to stay in, or if your restaurant to go to, a business. We connect people. We are the central hub of the information. Then we filter it out to the members and to the community. So it's very necessary. The history of the Chamber of Commerce goes back to, it says 1599. That's crazy.
Of just a chamber of commerce,
a chamber
right?
of commerce.
Wow.
And there's over 4,000 local chambers of commerce across the United States.
Is that even?
It's huge.
Is it possible that they started in the continental United States at that point? Okay.
It's possible. The modern Chamber of Commerce is an American development. The New York State Chamber is the oldest chamber of commerce in America, formed in 1768 and chartered by King George III in 1770. I don't know these numbers. Does any of that make sense?
But you know what? It's yes, it makes enough sense. And in France, actually, the first chamber of commerce was discovered, and then you mentioned the first one.
France?
Yep, yes. You got that. Yes. Yeah, that's quite impressive.
It is. It is.
Yeah,
they're old organizations, but they're still thriving.
Yeah. Well, let's see. What else? Is there anything else on that big paper?
There's a lot of things on here.
Where can I find it?
Well, you can find this on our website. I
was wondering. Yeah.
Mission of the Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce. We are a not-for-profit organization. We're a membership-based organization that advocates, works, and for our member businesses. There's a lot that goes on. So if you ever need help, give us a call. We'll help you with all kinds of things.
Speaking of a lot going on.
What?
There's a lot going on.
We have a lot going on.
Lead the way, Linda. Okay. What do you want to address?
My paper mess. This is kind of what my desk looks like too, but we have some new members we want to mention. We have welcomed publicly Harris Mowing and Water Hauling. They have, ironically enough too, this has been in talks for a while. They've been training and buying the equipment. They're going to be doing water hauling for hot tubs, pools, spas, wells, and this service I've come to find is very necessary. A lot of people that have wells, they often find themselves in a position, maybe they did laundry all weekend and then their well went dry and it didn't rain, and then you have to stop and take a day off work and go get water. If you have, these people will do it for you. They will do it for you. And then they do mowing for large scale properties or whatever, and they do trimming too. So that is Monty and Carolyn Harris. Ironically enough, that happens to be my sister and my brother-in-law. I mean, they came to the chamber. That's what we do. So we're promoting them. So their number is 217-827-0053. harrismowing.waterhauling@yahoo.com.
That's quite the flyer too. Hold that up. Yeah, very nice.
Big piece of water and mowing. So give them a call. Let's welcome them. I'm very happy to help them. They've already gotten several calls already. So
fantastic.
Plan that out. Here's another one. We've known about them for a while.
Okay.
Kona Ice has been around for a couple of years now, and we've all just been so busy that we just said, God, how did we never do this? So they are at Chili Fest every year. They come to a lot of events. They are
all over the area.
Have you had Kona Ice?
I have.
It's
yes.
so good, and they even have sugar-free options. My
daughter's.
daughter's.
I didn't know that.
Yep, my daughter's diabetic. So then there's a whole different side. If you can't have the sugar, if you don't want to have the sugar, they have those options too. So we'd like to welcome Kona Ice.
Wow.
Okay. Ironically enough, I have another mention about them.
Oh.
Coming up, we have.
Yep, that's a little teaser.
A big teaser. After Hours. After Hours is back. We didn't have any takers for March, so we moved on to April. We're going to be April 19th from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. Behind Locked Doors is hosting, and they're co-hosting with Kona Ice. They're neighbors.
No kidding.
So we're going to have some ice there too. And at this night, we kind of threw in a fun thing too. We have our very own Sharon Walker of SK Walker Photography. She's our official, we called her official Chili Fest and Chamber photographer. She does excellent work. We are going to be featuring Headshot Happy Hour.
Oh, I'm going to need one of those.
It's such a necessity. Like, I've looked at my pictures. We talk about me being there 15 years. That first picture I took, I look 15.
Oh yeah, I look.
I don't
in my
anymore.
last headshot, I look like I'm 16.
Yes.
And I took it maybe when I was like 21, but
So,
I still look like I was 16.
If it's time to freshen up, here's
Yep.
your opportunity. She will be there. We're still figuring out the logistics on how this is going to be presented, promoted, blah, 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 but she will be there, and I encourage everyone to come. All of our board members and ambassadors, we are getting them to come so we can update our wall.
That's Wednesday, April 19th. What time did you mention?
4:30 to 6:30 p.m.
4:30 to 6:30 p.m.
And they're going to have games. They're going to have networking. There's going to be riddles and refreshments.
Behind locked doors, which is an escape room.
It's an escape room. And I have actually not done that yet, and I really want to.
Yeah, I guess this is our opportunity, Linda. You want to do the escape room while we're at the after hours? Sounds good.
It's a date. So their location is 115 South Clay Street, Suite A in Taylorville. And if anybody doesn't know where that's kind of across from the Farm Bureau's place, and then First National Bank and in Taylorville's parking lot, they're right there. Big building. It's beautiful. So we will be there.
All right. And you have, it looks like another chamber member that you'd like to.
I do.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so we have this exciting thing we're bringing back because we're going back to the roots of what we do. And we're bringing back the chamber member appreciation cookout. Something we used to do for years, and it was always widely, I guess not widely, well attended. We have McLean is going to be hosting this for us. Lou Johnson, who is a former board member, he's agreed to cook and host this at McLean. So it's going to be held Friday, May 12th, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's kind of funny. We put this out. Everybody proofed it. And only after it went out did I see it. And I went, oh, God, the address is wrong. So the address that was on the flyer happened to be McLean's. We were going to have this at the Shockway building. And
I see.
Since it already went out, Lou went, you know what? That might not be a bad plan. So we're rolling with it.
Adapt.
We're going to come. Everyone come have burgers, whatever we're doing. We'll see. But everyone is welcome.
Barbecue.
Yeah. And it'll be neat.
Friday, May 12th, 11 a.m. to 1.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
600 South Spresser Street.
I want to talk more about some of the stuff you got going on at the Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce after this short break. That's Executive Director Linda Allen right here on WTIM, your information station.
WTIM. If you're 40 and over, you'll recognize these artists by their first names. Frank, Dean, Sammy, Andy, Nat, Diana, Michael. Well, here's the big news. You can now hear Central Illinois' largest music library with over 3,500 songs on air and online at 965thechill.com. Tune in on the FM dial in Christian County and on your computer or smartphone. Hear these great artists and many more 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on 965thechill.com.
This is a station editorial. I'm Randall J. Miller, station president. Critical race theory, or CRT, and its so-called woke agenda is headed to be a major issue in the upcoming presidential election next year. CRT and its woke agenda are defined by Wikipedia as cross-disciplinary examination by social and civil rights scholars and activists of how laws, social and political movements, and media shape and are shaped by social conceptions of race and ethnicity. Its goals include challenging all mainstream and alternative views of racism and racial justice, including conservative, liberal, and progressive. The problem with CRT is that it's another example of not meeting in the middle. The pendulum swings progressively left to the point that people are segregated by skin color instead of character. Not only conservatives are taking notice about CRT and woke agenda being taught in public schools. Liberals in communities like Detroit and Loudoun County, Virginia are pushing back. According to the National Review, a parent who lives outside Detroit told Politico she first began learning about CRT because her daughter had begun to argue that the police should be defunded and that the looting during Black Lives Matter protests were justified. The mother said she has voted Democrat but can't doing so in good faith and called her daughter's views radical. Along with other parents, she started a group to confront the local school board about CRT in schools. And in Loudoun County, Virginia, the National Review reports if CRT continues to be a major issue in that area, it could threaten the last few years of success that left-wing candidates have had in Loudoun, which has historically been a swing district. In addition to complaints about curricula becoming too progressive, parents in the suburban areas Politico studied complain about school boards that focus too closely on diversity. Once again, the answer is in the middle. School children studying diversity is one thing, but teaching them such ideas as what I cited is just plain wrong. Children should be taught that a person should be judged on their character rather than the color of their skin. That's our opinion. We welcome yours. Our email address is editorial@randyradio.com.
Far and away in 2022, Craig's Realtors yet again is the market leader. Owner Steve Craig's here. If you're looking to sell, we can help. Click on our icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Find out about all the products and services offered by Dan Rizzo, your American Family Insurance agent in Taylorville, by clicking their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station, WTIM.
It's a WTIM morning show. I'm Avery Cooper, your host. Your stream brought to you by Landmark of Taylorville. You'll always do better with Landmark. People's bank and trust, where they put people first. Find the streams, TaylorvilleDailyNews.com, Facebook, or on YouTube at WTIM TV. Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce, Executive Director Linda Allen in here talking about the chamber and all the chamber members. And one of those chamber members, well, there's a grand opening.
There's a grand opening.
Tell me about it.
Coming. Farm and Home Supply.
Okay, Farm and Home Supply.
Have you been in there?
No. Wow.
It's a neat store.
No, I haven't been in that one.
So it's surprising. I remember going in there, I think before we did the Festival of Trees, because you knew it was going to be cold. So I went to go get those really warm socks that you know that they have there, and the gloves. And it's just a beautiful store. So they're going to be having a grand opening, and they're celebrating. So it's going to be a 4-day sale they have while supplies last. And we're going to do the grand opening Thursday, April 27th. We're going to do a ribbon cutting and welcoming ceremony at 10 a.m. We encourage everyone to come. I think everyone can sign up to win prizes. I think you should. And just go see the store. It's amazing. So we're excited to have them. We're excited to welcome them. I think it's a great thing for Taylorville.
I think I think that's safe to say as well. Now, we've got about 2 minutes. Rapid fire. Tell me what you can about the spring swing.
What can I tell you? Rapid fire. This is the campaign. Posters. And we've been trying to get at this. We've been a little preoccupied. We're going at this campaign. It's going to be a 2-week campaign to sign up teams to do the 9th annual indoor spring swing putt-putt tournament. And it's going to be on the late end of spring. It's going to be held May 13th. That's Mother's Day weekend. And we're going to be going to the bars today, getting these posters and these things put out. We're going to have a day of play and fun. There will be cash prizes for teams that win. There's some people that are really competitive. That's hard. But Burton's Tap, Wiseau's, Palomino Club, Thunderbird Lounge, Funky Monkey, the Moose Lodge, the County Seat and Pub 116 are all going to be participating. I know they've been waiting to hear from us, so here we are. We're coming. And we have a competition in this too we created last year. The bars put in so much effort to make this a successful day for them. So we had an idea, and we said, what would be neat is if we had a traveling bar trophy. And so we made it happen. There it is. It is makes you thirsty, not necessarily at 9 in the morning, but it does look like a really frosty cold beer. And that idea we took, and this is kind of like what it is to be a chamber member. Who in our chamber membership could create this for us? So I called up Jason Lilly. I told him what I was thinking about. I let him go crazy with it, and that's what he came up with. And it was made local. It stays local, and it goes around the town. So I think the Palomino Club and the Funky Monkey were neck and neck last year for this trophy, and I think it will probably be like that again.
Yeah. And so how many people can sign up per team? Registration information, if you would.
There is team of 4 is what you are required to have. It's $100 for a team. That's the flat fee. If you have a situation that you signed up 4 people and then one person gets sick and then 3 people can only show up, you can putt twice. You can do that. You can alternate. It's just a good day of fun. I hope the weather's nice. If not, we'll be indoors mostly and then outdoors too. So we will have these available today. I'm going to the bars today. That's what I'm doing for my job.
Not a sentence I'm sure you expected to say out loud, but
it's kind of odd, but I've done it before.
Yeah.
We welcome everyone to come play in this.
All right. Anything else that you'd like to include in about 15, 20 seconds?
We have tickets for the Kiwanis Pancake and Sausage. We have those available. I don't know if most people know, but the Chamber of Commerce is a central drop location for organizations that are members that may be selling things, and they need a good place for people to come and pick up tickets, and we're going to do that. So that's going to be held. This is a good pancake and sausage too. Saturday, April 29th, 2023 at the Moose Lodge at 720 McAdam Drive. Tickets are $7. They're going to be serving from 6:30 to 11 a.m. They have drive-through and dine-in too.
All right. That's great. Executive Director of the Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce, Linda Allen. Thank you so much, Linda.
Thank you for having me.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville, 96.1 W241 CF Taylorville, 107.5 W298 CD Shelbyville, 107.9 W300